What up, everyone? It's your boy James, and today I have something I made for a science project.
Oh, yes.
And what I made is Jupiter. So, how I started it. So, we went to Michael's to search for balls, but they were too big, too small. So, my mom just told me to use a old basketball of mine. So I did, and then I did paper mache. And then I let it set for a day, and then the next day I painted it. And while I was painting it, I was looking at a picture how to do it. And here it is.
What number did I go? Oh, I know. So, I know.
So, facts. Jupiter is a massive. It's no secret that Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. But is this description really doesn't do its justice. For one, of mass of Jupiter is 318 times as massive as the Earth. In fact, Jupiter is 2.5 times more massive than all other planets in the solar system combined. But here's the really interesting thing. If Jupiter got any more massive, it would actually get smaller. Additional mass will make the planet more dense, which will cause it to start pulling on itself. Astronomers estimate that Jupiter could end up with 4 times its current mass and still remain about the same size. Fact number 2. Jupiter cannot be a star. Astronomers call Jupiter a failed star, but that's not really an appropriate description. Well, it's true that, like a star, Jupiter is rich in hydrogen and helium. Jupiter does not have nearly enough mass to trigger a fusion reaction in its core. This is how stars generate energy, by fusing hydrogen atoms together under extreme heat and pressure to create helium, releasing light and heat in the progress. Number 3. Jupiter is the fastest spinning planet in the solar system. For all its size and mass, Jupiter sure moves quickly. In fact, with a rotational velocity of 12.6 kilometers or 45,300 kilometers. The planet only takes about 10 hours to complete a full rotation on its axis. And because it's spinning so rapidly, the planet has fluttered all around the poles a little, and it's buckling at its equator. Number 4. The clouds on Jupiter are only 50 kilometers thick. That's right. All those beautiful whirling clouds and storms you see on Jupiter is only about 50 kilometers thick. They're made by ammonia crystals broken into 2 different cloud decks. The darker material is thought to be compounds brought up to from deeper inside Jupiter, and then change colors when they react with the sunlight. But below these clouds is just hydrogen and helium all the way down. Number 5. The Great Red Spot has been around for a long time. The greatest spot on Jupiter is one of its most familiar features. This presents well, I don't know the word. Storm, which is located south of its equator, measures between 24,000 kilometers in diameter and 12 to 14,000 kilometers in height, such as large enough to contain 2 or 3 planets in the size of Earth's diameter. And the spot has around for at least 350 years since it was spotted far back in the 17th century. Okay, everyone. Now it's time for Q&A. How many moons does Jupiter have? 79 moons. And now, how long are Jupiter's years? It's 12 years. It takes 12 years to circulate 1 year of Jupiter. How long of the days are on Jupiter? 0 days, 9 hours, and 56 minutes. What natural resources are available on Jupiter? Dust and rock. How far is the sun from Jupiter? 469.40 million miles.
That's how we get here.
What is the terrain of Jupiter? Solid core.